All right, my name is Tim Reeves, and I am the superintendent of Shelby Public Schools. So a little bit about the bond. This would be a request for $33 million to do some improvements to every aspect of our district. The big piece that we're after is taking our Thomas Reed Elementary, which is our K-3 elementary, as well as our New Era Elementary, our 4-5, and consolidating them and bringing them over to a single campus. And we would like to do that. We think that's best for many reasons. Centralized campus is a very sound approach to transporting and having a general hub for our students, for our teachers, for our staff. We have the property too. It's sitting right there, and it's an available opportunity for us to do that, and that would be with the addition of a new K-5 building. So that would be the first big and the largest piece of that bond would be that new K-5 building. Every other building in the district would receive some general improvements. We would do some improvements to the middle school, some parking lot repair, some furniture and flooring repair, some AV, audio-visual technology integration. Same thing at the high school. We would do some roofing repair, some flooring repair, some new upgrades with audio-visual parking lots. And at both the middle school and the high school, we would be making sure that we have modern and up-to-date, safe and secure entrances. So those would be the three real big pieces of that bond ask for our community. Thomas Reed would be converted into the current part of Thomas Reed would be converted into two things. One, it would be converted into a community and adult learning area. One of the projects that we are talking about would be bringing local community colleges to that center to allow Shelby residents, New Era residents, anybody that lives in the area the opportunity to have access to community college education, either with an instructor on site or a distance learning module where a group or a class has access to remote learning there at that campus. The other option, or the other opportunity would be to have our 21st Century Learning Program, what we call our Aspire program, move and become a centrally located out of that building. Currently, they house and use various classrooms in each of our buildings, and allowing us to move it to that Thomas Reed building would centralize that program as well. We would keep that early learning center right there. It's a great little early learning center, and that gym would be still something that we would keep online, of course, and that would be what we would do to that Thomas Reed area. The New Era Elementary, like I've said before to others, it's a pretty little school on a pretty little hill in a pretty little village, and we would look to turn that into an early learning center in the south, and possibly establish a private public school partnership program, much like we have done with our Oceana County Early Learning Center in Peterson Farms up the road. So the grand idea there would be to have a north early learning center, which is the Oceana County Early Learning Center, a middle early learning center, our ECC, and then have a neighborhood early learning center for New Era residents right there at New Era Elementary. To answer the question regarding the taxes, the district has been very financially responsible with paying down the debt over the years. And our ask for $33 million in bonds would bring us an extra 2.32 mils to levy. And that would bring our grand total up to 3.64, which is still less than half of where we were 20 plus years ago for the bond ask to build the high school. So we would still be a very good financial educational bargain for our taxpayers and for our citizens in the region at that 3.64 rate. So there are various ways to engage in this. The first is to make sure that you're registered to vote. If you're not registered to vote, I encourage you to go to the Secretary of State website to do that, to register to vote. From there, you have two options. You can vote by absentee, and you would want to contact your county clerk to see how best to do that. The third option is to show up on May 4th, 2021 at your local polling location to vote.